Hi guys, what's up? Toboloco here, and today we're doing another sort of versus continent sort of thing. And in the last one, I did South America versus North America. Pretty conclusive that South America win that. But I saw in the comments that the next continents people wanted me to do was Oceania versus Asia. Now this is a pretty simple one to set up because Oceania only have technically, in football terms, only 11 teams playing in that group, if you exclude Australia. A lot of people don't understand that Australia are playing in the Asian qualifiers. So I've included Australia, obviously, in the Asia zone, but in terms of real life, they're Pacific, okay? Like Oceanic, whatever. It's so hard to get through to people that they play in a different group in football. But anyway, so I picked the 11 teams, obviously, that are available for the Oceanic groups. I just put them in. And then I looked through the FIFA rankings of the top Asian teams, and this is what it gave me. There were some surprising ones, especially India. Obviously, they've come a long way since the 2014 game. Obviously, this is 2014, but now it's 2018, and this is the only way I can really do it. India apparently about 99th in the world, which is higher than North Korea, who sit at like 144th or something like that. I think the lowest ranking I had was in Asia was the Philippines, but obviously the Pacific Islands were lower than that. But anyway, I'm representing Saudi Arabia, hopefully to get as far as I can in this continent sort of versus thing. Just got to save it, just in case it crashes. It happens quite a lot now, it's really annoying. Alright, so Saudi Arabia's first match is against Tonga. We're just going to literally like go through every single one and see what happens. I have a feeling that Asia will probably dominate this one. Considering that Australia has moved to Asia in the qualifiers, they're the highest team that I can get. New Zealand might be a little bit of an outsider. You've got Saudi Arabia as well. China, perhaps. But apart from that, I can't really see anybody else winning it. Maybe Iraq or Syria. Iran, potentially. Oh, yeah, and Japan and South Korea. But they're the ones I would probably go for. But I think it's conclusive that the Asia zone will probably win this one. But anyway, let's go to it. Let's sim Saudi Arabia versus Tonga. Did Saudi Arabia beat Tonga? Yes, they did. 3-0. Easy. I know a lot of people will probably say as well that technically Saudi Arabia and Syria and that are Middle Eastern. And I get that in terms of geography. But in terms of football, they still play in the Asia zone. They just group it all together. There's no such thing as the Middle East zone. But if people want me to do the Middle East versus another 16 teams, I can do. I don't know how many teams are there in the Middle East. I don't really know. But anyway, it's up to you. I just thought I'd do this because people asked me to do it. Okay, so Saudi Arabia versus Iran. This could be quite a good one. I think Iran might take this one. Let's see if Iran did or didn't. Yes, they did. It was a 1-0, very close game, but Iran are a little bit stronger than Saudi Arabia. But then I guess Saudi Arabia in the World Cup and Iran aren't. Are they in the World Cup? Iran in the World Cup? I don't think so. I need to double check that. I don't think they are. Okay, so the next game is New Zealand versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia really doing well in this World Cup. Can Saudi Arabia beat New Zealand? Yes, they can. That's 2-0. So Saudi Arabia flying high. Let's have a look at the groups then. I can see the tournament tree, but I don't want to see that just yet. Okay, so Group A, UAE and India go through. Lebanon and New Caledonia knocked out, so that's one Pacific Island nation gone already. Group B, Japan and Australia go through. Cook Islands, they got some points, but they're out. And the Korea Republic, a little bit of a group of death there, are knocked out. So, geography-wise, Australia through for Pacific, but we're doing this football terms. So they're both Asian, so they go through. Group C, Iran and Saudi Arabia go through. New Zealand and Tonga knocked out. Both Pacific Island nations, they're gone. Group D, Korea, North Korea and the Philippines go through. Papua New Guinea are out and Palestine are out. That's another Pacific Island nation with Papua New Guinea out. Group E, Turkmenistan and Vanuatu have gone through. So that's one Pacific Island nation gone through. I think that's the only one that's representing at the moment. Oh no, I can see another one at the bottom, but Kyrgyzstan and Samoa are out. Group F, Oman and Syria go through. Iraq just behind them, obviously on goal difference. Fiji are out. Group G, Uzbekistan and Tahiti have gone through. So that's two island nations, Pacific Island nations go through. Jordan going out there and Solomon Islands out as well. Group H, China and Qatar go through. Vietnam and American Samoa are out. So Vanuatu and Tahiti. Tahiti aren't a bad football nation. I've seen them in the Confederations Cup once. They didn't do too badly, like against was it Nigeria? I can't remember, but yeah, and Vanuatu as well. Quite a surprise, really, you know, considering. But I guess New Zealand and the Cook Islands and New Caledonia were in pretty tough groups. But anyway, let's have a look to the round of 16. So you've got United Arab Emirates against Australia, Iran versus the Philippines, Japan versus India, North Korea versus Saudi Arabia, Turkmenistan versus Syria, Uzbekistan versus Qatar, Oman versus Vanuatu, and China versus Tahiti. So this looks like that the Asia groups are going to take this. It's practically, people are going to say, oh, this is basically just like the Asia Cup. Yes, it is, but you wanted it, so you get it. Right, so North Korea versus Saudi Arabia is on the cards now. Can North Korea beat Saudi Arabia? They are rated lower, but anything can happen on this game, obviously. Nope, North Korea lost against Saudi Arabia. It was only 2-1 though, so Saudi Arabia gone through there. I can see that a couple of nations has been knocked out. Let's just have a look and see where we are. Okay, so reading left down, Turkmenistan lose against Syria 2-0. Uzbekistan beat Qatar 2-0. Australia beat UAE 2-0. Iran beat Philippines 3-1. Oman beat Vanuatu 3-0. China beat Tahiti 2-0. Japan beat India 6-0. And then obviously Saudi Arabia beat North Korea 2-1. So that's it. All the Pacific Islands are out. So it's basically just Asian teams. I'm a little bit disappointed in the Oceanic groups. Maybe we could do like the Caribbean versus Oceania. That might be a little bit fairer because both of the teams are like similar ratings sort of thing. But it's already over sort of thing. We already know Asia's the best continent out of the two in terms of football. Japan versus Saudi Arabia. I think this is where Saudi Arabia sort of ends their journey. Yeah, Japan beaten 3-0. Simulate the rest of the tournament, please, and let's see who wins. It was Australia. A lot of people are going to say, obviously, that Australia, again, are located in Pacific, but in football terms, so hard to grind it into people. They moved Australia to the Asia zone because it was too easy in the Pacific for them. They kept destroying teams like 20-0 and they moved them. So, geography terms, Pacific. Footballing terms, Asia. It's really complicated, but anyway. Top goal scorer, Brent Holman. Shinji Kagawa, best player. And the goalkeeper for Japan, best goalkeeper. Top goal scorer, might want to change that actually to Harry Kane. Harry Kane now claiming every single goal in football as his. If you don't know that joke, then where have you been in the past few days? Right, okay, so let's have a look at from the quarterfinals onwards, because that's where Saudi Arabia got knocked out. So Syria beat Uzbekistan 4-3 on penalties. Australia beat Iran 2-0. Then Australia beat Syria 4-1. And then they went on to win the final. Syria lost against China in the third place playoff. So Syria came fourth. That's not too bad. And then reading right, China beat Oman 1-0 even. Obviously, Japan beat Saudi Arabia 3-0. And then China lost just 3-2 against Japan. That would have been a good game to watch. And then both of them, well, Japan went on to lose the final, and then China went on to win the third place playoffs. So that's probably the furthest I've ever seen China go, and Syria as well. So congratulations to them. But Australia are the winners of this continent versus, and that was your Oceanic versus Asian teams. Comment below who you'd like to see next. I've already done North America versus Europe. I've already done North America versus South America, so maybe we could do something with Africa teams, maybe. I haven't actually really touched on that continent yet. And also we can do the Caribbean. There's enough teams in the Caribbean, I think, to do against Oceanic teams. It would be quite interesting. I can't remember if I've already done it, but oh well. If you enjoyed the video, like it. Subscribe if you're new here or indifferent, and make sure that the notification bell is on so you get notifications of when new videos come out. This has been Toboloco. Keep it loco, and I'll see you again for the next video.